Hey everyone. The gospel world is reeling in shock and disbelief after bombshell reports emerged about Mama Mosie Burks, the beloved voice behind some of the most powerful gospel anthems of our time. Known for her fiery praise, unwavering faith, and unforgettable performances with the Mississippi Mass Choir, Mama Mosie has always lived a life of humility, simplicity, and devotion to God. But behind the scenes, few knew that she had quietly built a substantial financial portfolio, a hidden fortune that included royalties from decades of gospel recordings, ownership stakes in publishing rights, and even real estate holdings she'd quietly acquired over the years. Now, as she approaches the twilight of her life, she has made a decision that has left her family completely blindsided. She's leaving it all to charity. Not a portion, not a tenth, but every single dollar of her estate, according to documents recently made public. And it's not just one charity. Her will names multiple faith-based ministries, scholarship funds, food pantries, missionary outreach programs, and organizations that support elderly women in poverty. While many of her fans are praising this as the ultimate act of generosity and godly obedience, her family, including nieces, nephews, and distant relatives, are said to be furious. Some insiders say the tension has been building for months, if not years. Several family members, who helped care for her in recent times, now feel betrayed, claiming that they were led to believe they'd inherit something, at least a symbolic part of her legacy. There are whispers of emotional conversations, of Mosie assuring certain individuals that they'd be taken care of, but nothing was ever put in writing. And now, that verbal trust has turned into heartbreak. One relative allegedly broke down crying after hearing the news, while another has already sought legal counsel to see if the will can be contested. But those closest to Mama Mosie defend her fiercely. They say she made her decision with deep prayer, saying that the kingdom work must go on even when I'm gone. They say she believed her family had the strength and ability to build their own lives, but the hungry, the homeless, and the hopeless needed help more urgently. It was always her dream to fund youth choirs, feed children in shelters, and support missionaries in Africa. And now, through her final act, she's fulfilling that dream in full. Yet the controversy has now spilled into the public. Social media is ablaze, with fans debating whether she did the right thing. Some say this is her true legacy, a bold, unapologetic act of charity that echoes the teachings she sang about for decades. Others argue that a family who stood by her in private deserve to be honored too. This isn't just a legal or financial story, it's emotional. It's about legacy, expectation, sacrifice, and what happens when someone beloved by many chooses to serve the world rather than reward their bloodline. Mosie Burks didn't chase fame, she didn't seek fortune, but when it found her through the gift of song and anointing, she protected it with integrity. And now, she's releasing it back into the hands of those who need it most. Whether history views her decision as selfless or controversial, one thing is clear. She has given her final sermon without ever stepping behind a pulpit. A sermon about stewardship, purpose, and choosing heaven's reward over earthly applause. As her family processes the truth, and the world looks back on her life and ministry, this final chapter may become her most powerful message yet. Mama Mosie Burks didn't just sing the gospel, she lived it all the way to the end. Thanks for watching.